welcome to ukuniquespirits. So, this is a spirit talk, except I am drawn to talk about love. Partially because it's, Valentine's. We just got through that, and the Leo moon is about fun and sex and passion. And I've seen a lot of things about like trauma bonding versus regular love. Not regular, but like real, genuine, unconditional love. And kind of like what's the difference. So I'm going to kind of we're hitting the Lenormand first and kind of seeing where the flow, because there's a lot of different subjects when it comes to love. So, I mean, it's about, you could be trying to open your heart chakra to, opening up your sexuality within a relationship or your passion or releasing feelings for the first time. This really could be about opening up the chakras. Now, see it as you want, like energy, sex. When you have sex with someone, the reason like spirituality kind of sees it as like you don't really share your energy with anyone other than yourself, and people that either res- reciprocate your energy, or like there's a balance between you guys, and sex is one of those things where a lot of people nowadays will just have sex, but then they're not giving their energy to the relationship or to the situation or the person, and it's really just like a one night kind of thing or a couple times kind of thing, and it's multiple people. The problem is you get all of their energy into you and you are leaving your good energy into them. And it, especially if they sit in low vibrations, most of the time they're negative people, they complain a lot, they create a lot of drama. You're taking in all of that negative energy into you when you participate in that ceremony with them. That ceremony, sexual engagement with them is the strongest strongest energy you can have. That is what creates a baby. That like see it as you want, science behind it. I'm just saying how spirituality kind of sees it as energy, and why they're like, when you give your energy, give it very intentionally. Do not give it without intention, no matter if you do now, and no judgment however you want to live your life. It's just that's the whole thing behind it. So when you're engaging in sex or love or any kind of engagement with someone, you want to make sure that their energy is very high vibration, that they're not negative, that they're not creating drama. Because even if it's not you creating that drama, if you are emotionally tied to that person, all of that negative energy will be held onto you. You're going to hear about it. You're going to maybe be involved in it. You're going to have to watch what you say on certain things about it. Like there's going to be tension when it comes to that situation in you. So it's very important to make sure that your relationships and that the people that you engage yourself with are eliminated of those energies, So that's kind of where I think that's where self-love comes in. What do I need in my life? What do I want in my life? Who do I want in my life? And a lot of the times people need to be alone. Too many times people are with people, and then they get the opinions and the thoughts of other people, thinking that it's their own thoughts, and it's not their own fucking thoughts. No, no. If they were alone for a good amount of time, they would know what their thoughts was, and then they could be like, oh, that's your opinion, that's not my opinion. So you've really got to take a step back and see yourself in just a whole different light sometimes. And that's a form of self-love. And in order to love someone else, you really have to embrace yourself, your good, your bad, your shadow, your light. You can't get all of your like, and I don't believe you ever get to all of your light, because you need your shadow for your light. That's how you learn how to be better, is with your shadow. Taking action, going places, doing what needs to be done. Yes, my dog literally just opened my door. If you saw that in the background, he does that. He can open the door and walk out when he wants to. My other one? No. So crazy. I love it. All right, Page of Cups. Independence. I was just going to say I love independent people. Love is independent. You don't feel locked up in it. You feel like you can do whatever the fuck you want. You can go wherever the fuck you want. You don't want to do anything that would need to get caught. You know what I mean? Because you have the freedom to do whatever you want. So you're like, I don't even like, I don't want to lose what I have because there's such a chillness to it, you know? That's love. And it's not saying that there's not, but you're also very communicative. You talk. You don't leave anything unsaid. Nothing is ambiguous. Nothing. Movement. Going towards love, something you love, something you want to love. Loving yourself. You can't go towards anyone till you love yourself. Right, Duggars? That's my name, my doggy's name. I know. Ace of Swords. The truth. Seeing the truth. Recognizing the truth. Maybe seeing... Sometimes I think we have loves in our life where we see love and we realize that that love is what we... So, you might get interrupted. And that might be relevant, like... Maybe in choosing love, you just keep getting sidetracked. In choosing yourself, you keep getting sidetracked. People keep telling you, because it was literally a situation of like, well, I need to do this now for me. I will do that later when I have time. So maybe it's about choosing you and being like, no, this is what I want for me. If later what you have said is good to go, then I might take that road down the line. But this is what I'm doing for me. Yeah. Being honest with yourself, defending yourself, and feeling like you don't have to defend yourself. I think that's the hardest part in this situation, is really defending why you want to be alone, why you feel self-love is good, why, and not that people question self-love, but when you do certain things for self-love, they'll question that. And you're like, I'm doing it because it's best for me to do it this way. It's self-love. It just looks different than your self-love. Balance. Balancing out yourself, a situation. Not quitting, going towards what it is you want, and changing things. Because in doing that, you're going to change things. And that's the thing. People are so afraid of change. When you love someone, you let them do what they need to do for them because you want them to excel in them and them alone. You also want to excel in you alone, and they respect your love for yourself and you respect their love for themselves. Sometimes when you're in a trauma bonding relationship, it feels almost as if you've got chains on. Like, you can't do or say certain things. You can't. And there's respect that you give someone you love because you don't want to see them cry. You don't want to hurt their feelings. You do not like to see pain in their eyes. So you will not do anything to hurt or harm them. But then there's other situations where you feel like I I I don't feel that about you. Like, I might do things slyly because I'd rather lie to you than tell you the truth. And when you tell someone the truth, even though you know it hurts, that is love. That's love, especially when it's automatic, when it's like, I'm not even going to lie to you. This is just how it is. Because you know, And they know you're both human. Shit happens. You can work through it. And yes, there's some things that are unforgivable, but it doesn't mean that you have to leave in a bad note, that you can still leave in like, I fucked up and I know this went beyond a fuck up, but can we leave in like, I understand my fault in this, Secrets, having things come out, seeing what isn't been seen, and working hard towards what it is you want. What is your love? But again, having strength to change things and say what it is that you need to say right here. Straight up, like not even, oh, this is saying what you need to say about something that you want to build, a foundation that you want to create, a situation that you want long term. It's beautiful. And in that, there's so much confusion, isn't there? Because no doubt in building a foundation, it almost feels as if I do this, it's the end all be all, But in the same hand, we all build foundations. Just think of the last foundation you built. You built that thinking that that was going to be your end all be all, and it had to go down to the ground. And now you're starting again. You realized mud did not work. Maybe if you use concrete this time, it'll be more stable. And then the next time, maybe if concrete doesn't work, you're going to use brick. Each time you learn a little bit more, and this is what I was talking about, failures. And that's on a different reading. Sorry. Failure does not mean that you lost anything. It means that you just gain knowledge to your next step in life, to your next situation. You will never do things like you did before. Why? Because you learned from that situation. And if you are doing it the same way, then you're toxic and you have shadow work to work on. And you need to change those cycles and lift out of those negative vibrations. So, take it as it resonates for you. Communication or fast movement, going towards a decision that you're going to make. And this decision is about your happiness, about a legacy, about having everything that you ever wanted, living in a castle up on the hill. Actually, I love castles. I don't think I'd ever want to live in one though. That would be way too much to clean. Holy fuck. But I would love to visit one, right? But I could make a house that looked like a castle, like a little cottage that looked like a castle. That would be badass. I would do that. Totally do that. Have a little bridge over a little creek. Oh yeah. Yeah, got it all in my head. Anyways, digressing. This is about legacy. That is the 10 of coins to me. That is real love, unconditional love. That is healthy love. On top of that is how you get abundance, is because two people work together to gain that abundance, two minds are better than one, right? So change is what's needed. Change is always needed. Don't be afraid of change. Don't ever be afraid of change. Be comfortable in change, because that's the one thing that's always constant. And as hard as that is, you can find stability in change. You just have to know where to look. You have to get through some shadow work as well, because you find stability within yourself. And knowing that the change is going to happen makes it so nothing is permanent. And that there's kind of a comfort in knowing that even this bad season, it's going to change. And this good season might go into a bad season, but that bad season, again, is going to change. Nothing's ever going to stay the same forever. And there's a beautiful thing about that. And that's what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this. If so, email me if you vibe with me. My information's down below. And I will talk to you guys later. Peace, love, and light.